Hey, what's up, thespians? I have a new episode of Steven Universe Reviews. This episode, we're going to be taking a look at historical friction. And I was wondering what this episode was going to be about. It could have been another Greg Flashback episode, or maybe an episode dealing with the Gems history. And it seems to be more of a loose telling of some Gem history and a tiny bit of backstory. Let me just get right to it. Jamie is put in charge of producing and directing and acting in a play about the founding of Beach City, coincidentally by the ancestor of Mayor Dewey, the current mayor. His great grandfather was named William Dewey. He founded the town. At least, I don't know, a couple hundred years ago. They were really a little vague about the time frame. And he wrote the play, and it's obviously terrible. Jamie isn't sure if he wants to do this. Stephen, by the way, was the only one who showed up to audition, so he gets to play William Dewey. And, yeah, Bill Dewey says that, hey, everything I wrote is the Bible. Nothing changes. So he's a little frustrated. So he lets Stephen take the script home, and he brings it to Pearl, who obviously is still upset and depressed about what's going on between her and Garnet. But this gives her a momentary break from it as she digs into the script and tells Stephen that she was actually there as well as the other Crystal Gems had. And told him that, this is pretty not true. Because essentially, in Mayor Dewey's script, his ancestor was perfect and had superpowers, and everybody loved him and didn't do anything wrong. Jamie, of course, breaks that down and talks about how there is no conflict. There is no the problem that. The big problem with the character is that he's unrealistic. Not that he could grow 50 feet tall, but because he was perfect and had no problems whatsoever. That's unbelievable. Being able to grow 50 feet tall is actually more realistic than not having any problems. So he brings this to Pearl. She reads the script and tells him, hey, I was there. This isn't very accurate. So she, of course, rewrites the script with Stephen, who writes the jokes. And once they get to perform it, both he and Jamie are nervous, but they decide to go through it with anyway. Mayor Dewey and his son are kind of disgruntled, but they don't interrupt the play, obviously. But the play turns out to be a big hit because William Dewey was somebody that the audience could latch onto, because the play shows that he had lots of struggles going on. He had failure after failure, and the Crystal Gems show up and actually defeat a monster that was trying to kill him and his first mate, who Jamie's dressed suspiciously like Gilligan. Anyway, also Jamie also plays the other Crystal Gems, which is kind of hilarious. His impressions of Pearl and Garnet are great, and he uses a mop to play Amethyst, which is priceless. And he even does a little voice for her. So the play is actually a hit, and Mayor Dewey takes credit. He doesn't stop the production or come down on Jamie, and actually rewards him by making him the director of the local community theater. The end. This was a nice respite from what was going on, and as far as the main storyline is concerned, what was going on between Pearl and Garnet. And it was actually a nice break for Pearl specifically, because she actually got to bond with Steve over rewriting the play, and kind of learning a little bit. And this a seed gets planted in this episode that takes root in the following episode, which I'll review later. That we all make mistakes. We fail and fail and fail. And what really truly makes a person heroic or great is those that don't give up and keep on trying, even though, hey, they screw up. Everybody screws up. And it's a wonderful little message, and it's one that I think Pearl kind of takes to heart a little bit. Also, considering all week she's been stressed out and depressed and feeling guilty and horrible, seeing her overjoyed to see Steven on stage is absolutely delightful. One of my favorite moments of the entire Steven Bomb 3, actually. Her being a dorky mom again, shouting at him on stage. And what I like is Steven actually smiled and waved back. He wasn't even embarrassed by it. Adorable. So this is a really great episode. Joel Hodgson is always hilarious as Mayor Dewey. I would love to see a video of him voicing that character in the studio. I get the feeling he really enjoys going to town. Also, it was nice to see another bit of his crush on Pearl, which that might be untold mileage they can get out of him having a crush on Pearl and trying to hit on her. It could be, you could probably come up with numerous endless jokes on this. I love that little bit where she doesn't even talk to him, she just moves, doesn't want to even deal with him. So this was a really good one. I enjoyed this one a lot. Not as action-packed as some of the others, obviously, but a whole lot of fun. I think that's it, so push the button, Lindsay.